what are some of the most important moments that you think you've come across or that you've done that have helped you get to this point?
Tiny desk for sure. You know, I meet a lot of people who are like, man, I found your tiny desk and it changed everything for me. Like, that's the reason I'm a fan. I got a lot of white fans from Tiny Desk too. A lot of new white fans from Tiny Desk. The $1,000 Backyard Show, I think, was one of the most innovative things that an artist has done in a long time. Like, no one took that risk. And then this 100,000 albums, this high school campaign, I think is genius marketing and just great for the community. You know, like, these kids deserve it. They don't get these moments. And, you know, if I can go to as many high schools as possible and give them this moment to just be a part of this piece of history, it means everything. Like, they talk about, like, San Leandro, we went that morning and I told all the kids, I'm like, I'm going to drop this before school is out. I'm going to get home, we're going to edit it, and before school is out, I'm going to drop this. And I did. And the teacher texted me. I was like, man, the kids are going, wow, they're so excited to watch. Like, they got to participate and then see themselves on the big screen on you for the world to see. Like, that's a special moment for a child.
It can't be that bad, oh, 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 it can't be that bad.
I had this homie in high school, and I was like maybe a sophomore, and he said, come through the garage, and he was my first homie I'd ever seen with a booth, a recording booth.
Right.
And he was just like, you want to record something? And I was like, you're telling me that we could get this professionally done? And like, he was giving out CDs in high school, which was unheard of.
He's like, well, I wouldn't say professionally, but I'm here.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like, it's crazy. If you want it that badly, you're going to make it happen.
Man, bro.
And I think that you and your journey right now has been a testament to that. Because in comparison, there's like a lot of people that talk the talk and say that they're talented and they deserve this and that, but they're not willing to put in the work.
I was just at my pop's house, and he was like, man, I remember walking in your room one day, and I could see it on you, like you were mad. It was around the time, like, one of my homies got signed early, probably like 2014 or so, 16, maybe even before. Yeah, it was early, right? And he was like, man, and I remember telling you that day, like, when it's your time, it's going to be your time, and it's going to be enormous. And I started laughing because I was like, nigga, that was 10 years ago. Like, for that to happen and I have to work another 10 years to get here, most people give up.
Yeah.
Like, by that time, it's like, fuck this. Like, that talk doesn't mean nothing by, you know, after 10 years, but it's crazy. Like, that moment happened, and I had to work another 10 years before I even seen a result.
Yeah. It's the slow burn of it all. And we live in a day and age, especially with social media, where we want that immediate dopamine rush. But it's beyond that. Like, you got to plant those seeds early on, and before you can see the roots or the plant grow, that shit's invisible, but you just have to believe that it's growing in there.
Oh, God.
I told you that, so the last time you were here, LaRussell, we were just saying, was over 2 years ago, November
Crazy.
of 2023.
Crazy.
And at that point, my episodes weren't where they were at. I didn't feel as strong of as a journalist or a host or whatever you want to call me. My confidence has grown. I have seen truly what hard work is like. I've lived those evenings at 4 a.m. where like, I gotta get this clip out. And it's to prove to myself that I can do it and that I want to do it, even when it feels like I can't or want to do it, dude. And you were part of that journey, so I gotta shout you out, because since then I've been able to hit so many milestones that back in the day I never even thought were feasible, but now it's like, it's attainable.
The LaRussell effect.
Yeah, man. Dude, welcome back to the podcast.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
Come on.
It's a beautiful journey, and to be like adjacent to the journey and see it grow and happen even when things were already going strong,
man.
It's always that thing of just like, man, what's he gonna do next?
Yeah.
What's he gonna do next?
Yeah.
How's it been and how are you?
It's been crazy. I'm excited.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy. I just had like probably a week and a half ago, last week, a few days ago maybe, last week, but I was in like a slump of a moment because I was just like, man, I've been working my ass off and it ain't going like where I thought it would go. I'm not where I thought I would be. And literally after that moment, it's just been like more, you know? And it's such a reminder to just like never harp over the little things.
No, absolutely not, because you just got to keep looking forward and keep going. Because, for example, I think around the time that we last recorded, you were just about to drop your project with Hit Boy.
Wow.
And then since then, Lil Jon, Marshawn Lynch, you know, NPR,
Sheesh.
Tiny Desk. How does it feel?
Outside Lands.
And I saw you at Outside Lands, man. An all-star.
Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How's it feel to take something that once just started in your pop's garage and then you blink and then now it's NPR Tiny Desk and now it's a big crowd at Outside Lands? What does that feel like?
Man, it's what I was just telling you prior to this, like 10 by 10 rooms.
Mm-hmm.
It's something about being able to make the biggest thing out of the smallest room.
Mm-hmm.
Our garage was probably 16 by 16 maybe, you know, maybe a little larger. And to go from that to Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know, I was just at my pop's crib telling him, and it's like, bro, we never imagined this. Like, we're niggas from the hood.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we never imagined, like, you're going to be performing at Super Bowl.
Damn.
Like, it's absolutely insane. But it's these small rooms that we've been able to turn and cultivate. Like, I was filming live sessions out of my mom's garage, bringing artists in, lifting the garage up and down, washer running in the back, you know, projector on a wall, and in a shop. And to go from all of that to the biggest stage in the world, from the smallest room possible to the biggest stage in the world.
Mm-hmm. Full circle, because even then, even when you are at this level, you're still doing live streams out the garage.
Come on, you hear me?
You are showing that it's possible. You don't have to be in a studio in Hollywood to get that live stream, to get those numbers. You could do it. Just do it, you know?
Oh God. Impact doesn't care about where.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You know?
Yes.
That's not even relevant to Impact. It don't care where you at, what it look like. Are you impactful? That's the only thing that matters. Are you impactful?
Yeah.
I gave away $11,000 from my dad's garage.
Yeah. Look at that. That is something that is unheard of. That is history. And congratulations on that, because I think first and foremost, we got to shout out this campaign, man.
Yeah.
Who would have thought of someone being able to pursue this almost mythical idea of 100,000 units in 30 days?
Yeah.
And it's working and working and working. And beyond that, Kyrie Irving hitting you up and calling you on live stream and buying the album for $11,000 and $1. Yeah, 11,001.
Yep.
That one means something, you know.
That means something.
It means something. And for you immediately saying that you're gonna take that money, the money from this project that's not even out yet, you're doing it to change the community, to help the community. That's different.
You know,
man.
it's crazy. A guy DM'd me earlier and was like, wow, you gave away money from one album sale. What a fucking humanitarian. And I was just like, man. Hey, it is just like, it's really beautiful because he knew I did that. No matter where he's at in his life, he knew I did that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how vital and important that was, and how necessary that was, that it hit people who didn't want to see it.
Yeah, dude. It got to him. And like even beyond like the monetary impact that you're doing for the community, it's something as simple as, you know, there was that clip of that kid on stage with you and you're saying, watch this little boy's confidence grow, like in live time.
Real time.
In real time. And that's like making a dream come true. Maybe if that didn't happen for him right there and then, that could have taken 10 years. But whatever it was, you were able to expedite that part of his journey.
Right.
That he could take And like now he might be the next LaRussell, you know?
Bro, Ave a real rap star now.
Dude. And us to see that in live
real
time.
rap star, and we all watched it happen.
Yeah.
We all witnessed it.
Mm-hmm. Just 10 years old, dropping an album, you know?
Yeah.
And like you were the catalyst for that. Being able to spot someone's confidence from that far.
Yeah.
And literally give them the stage. That is, we were talking about watering plants, man. Sometimes we got that thing in us. All you just need is someone to help cultivate that little plant and help it grow. Give it some sunlight, give it some water, you know?
Man.
I mean, look at this, man. I can feel the dopamine in my kneecaps. I don't But that's because, and I feel the 2 year difference. Anyone watching at home, watch our episode from 2 years ago. You should have seen me put myself in focus when it was you, Tiana, and Splash, and Cujo in here. I was just like, you guys need anything before we start? And I'm trying to like spot
Hilarious.
focus. But now I did that thing with confidence.
He went from Steve Urkel to Stefan Urkel. Yeah, that's what that was. Stefan Urkel.
And that's exactly what it feels like, man. And beyond all of that, I think something that's so cool, what's happening right now that's never been seen before. A one-shot music video at high schools in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
I'm from Pittsburgh.
One shot.
One shot.
Right. You know how much coordination it takes to get these done in one take with hundreds of kids? You're from Pittsburgh.
I'm from Pittsburgh.
Wow.
So that meant something different for me,
home.
you know? Yeah.
I love it.
I didn't go to that high school, but all my cousins went to that high school. And like, I know those colors. I know my cousins used to be in that drum line that was a part of the video.
Yeah.
And so like to see that, and someone that's just been witnessing the journey from afar, the fact that like what you're doing for the Bay Area still has that effect on me, like I just discovered you.
Right.
That's crazy, dude.
Right.
What was that like? I could just imagine Splash on the camera sprinting.
Man, you know, these videos are really beautiful because it's a full creative team at play. Like it's me, Splash, T, Mally, Yasion. Like it's so many people contributing to the vision and us going in. And now it's getting to the point where the schools are directing them. Like they're putting it, like this last one we did, San Leandro, they had everything mapped. We just had to come in, add our sauce and, hey, move this here. But it's so beautiful to see, like, it's really art. It's like watching play in real time.
Yeah. Because already it's difficult to coordinate with just one of those groups, right? Like the drum line has to do its own thing. But it's the coordination of like, oh, we're taking all aspects of this high school and making them like there's nowhere else where a drum line's going to collaborate with I don't know,
the football team and the cheer squad and the sousaphones.
Yep.
And the flag team.
Yeah,
it's really been beautiful to see these schools show off their pride. And I feel like when I was a kid, we were always very prideful in our school. You know, like I went to Bethel and I was happy to be a Jag. Like I was prideful in that, but we never got a moment to showcase like, this us. You feel me? And for it to be documented historically for these kids, in 20 years, they get to show their children and be like, this was us, and we was a part of this movement. We helped this record blow up. We helped them get a #1. We're a part of the history that is taking place.
Yeah. And you can see it on their faces, like in those videos, like how stoked they are to be Sousaphone #2 in the back.
Yeah.
Dude. And like, that's cool because they're part of history, man.
Right.
And I was celebrating my best friend's birthday last night, and like his brother walked up to me. He was pretty drunk. He was just like, "You seen that thing that LaRussell did with the high school? That's different. Like it's like affecting him, dude. This is a grown man." But it's not only like for the community. Like all that does just help like the awareness that like anyone could do it, dude.
Man.
Yeah. Like because they
It makes you start to look at like what we've been supporting and what have they given back in exchange for what we've given to propel people to these heights. Like, why am I the first? Why am I the one starting this campaign? And everyone's like, man, this is the coolest thing ever. And it's like, man, this is something that's been able to be done for decades. And
Why are you
I'm
the
supposed
first?
to be the one, clearly God chose me to be that, which is why it's happening. But it just makes you think like, man, what have we been doing with all the time prior?
I know. What do you think it is? Do you think it's that like prior to this new movement of artistry that artists in the past were just soaked in their own ego? So to do something for the community must have felt like a waste of time as opposed to just propelling themselves. Do you think it's something like that?
I think now people only do community things as like write-off things, like because they feel obligated, not because they want to out of like the fun. It's just like, man, the least we could do is this, so let's give away turkeys. Let's give away gifts. It's Christmas, but it don't happen on any other time just because I think people don't really care at the level that they say they care. And most of it, I mean, you just like when you grow up in the hood and you finally make it, you don't, sometimes you just don't live in your mind. You're enjoying the life that you worked hard for, and you just kind of forget. But I still live in my community, so I see it. I'm affected because I'm outside. If I'm going to the ice cream shop and I love it, I'm like, man, I'm gonna give you $1,000. Just give everybody something. Like I'm so actively in it that I can't not contribute. Otherwise, it would make me feel even like, I don't. It's just natural for me, but to be in it and not contribute where I see areas need improvement or need help just feel weird.
Yeah. I mean, it's a big deal that you've garnered this much success, and yet we could still see you walking around,
Yeah.
And to be a part of the community, because a lot of artists, like they always say, like, trying to make it out the hood. And once they leave, they leave the hood, They left it behind, but you've stayed there and you're not forgetting them. You're remembering them. And is that something that was that a part of your goal pre this success?
Hell nah. Like I was trying to make it out the hood too. Like I thought that was the goal, but I didn't know no better. Like I thought that was the goal. It was like you make it and you go get a big house with white neighbors who hate you, and you won. That's the goal. You get nice cars, and that's the goal in life, to live amongst a community who really don't want you there.
Do you remember that?
That means you made it.
Damn, that is a crazy thing. And it's so backwards. But like you flipped it on its head, and you're in it and you're supporting it as you're doing it. And it's not out of like clout or anything like that, but it's because you know what it feels like to not feel represented, or to be from somewhere where like you had to work hard to put food on the table, on your own table. And you're not just like filling that table up with food for just you. You're just like, there's a bunch of tables out there where I could put food on, and you're doing
Bro, it
that.
makes me feel good when I see my community smiling and winning and affected. And like the world only sees what the camera shows. Like I do so much that ain't even on camera, just because like I'm here. And it makes me feel, I wouldn't be able to live right or feel right knowing I got this successful and I just took so much from a community and didn't contribute. Like I can't live in that.
Yeah. And like I think it's apparent, and I just know, I just hear it so often. Like since then, like Vallejo's always been on the map because of 40, because of Neff, because of Mac Dre. But then this new wave, it's like this resurgence where like when you say you're from Vallejo, when someone says like they live in Vallejo, they say it with their chest, man.
Yeah.
They say it with their chest.
Yeah. I live in a different Vallejo than I grew up in, for certain. And I'm a byproduct of like that. Like I'm part of why that exists. And we still have our flaws, and there's still stuff going on that's gonna take a lot, deeper things to resolve. But the level of community that exists today, that I experience, that I see when people see me out and how they feel and the energy, man, it's different.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Like just yesterday, my nephew had his birthday party, and a lot of the little GC babies and the kids at the crib, and like my mom, they have sleepovers at my mom's house sometimes. And these are all just kids that come to shows from around the way. Like that kind of died for a while. Like these kids don't really go outside. They don't have sleepover. They don't know that side no more. Very few of them, the ones who have that culturally get to experience it, but a lot of them don't no more. So for me to see that at my mom's and all the kids sleeping on air mattresses and bean bags is like, man, the culture's back.
That's something that only like 90s kids really knew.
Yes.
You know, to just lay hella blankets down with your cousins or just have a sleepover with your homies. And that was kind of like a dying art form.
Yeah.
But for you to be able to cultivate that within something that it's not just business, dude. It's family, right?
Yeah.
It's cool to see. Like now there's this whole like subgenre, like GC babies. That's a whole thing.
That's a subgenre. Oh,
That's
God.
a subgenre, bro.
Yeah.
That's just kind of like when, Teen Titans got like Teen Titans Go. You know, it's like it's
that's
all these...
like all grown up Rugrats.
Exactly. Yeah. How the Good Company has a spin-off already? That's
Yes.
crazy.
Right.
Wow, man. And you do this. You've been doing it so gracefully, you know, like you're not just an artist, you're a businessman. A lot of people don't see those decisions that you have to make behind the camera. They don't know, other than listening to a podcast, they don't know how much money you're putting into these ads. Like, what advice do you have for some people out there where it's like, I know it's cliche, but like you got to spend money to make money type of thing?
Man. You'd be crazy to want to eat but not want to buy food. You know, like you're only gonna eat for so long if you're just like, I don't want to go get food. I don't want to hunt. I don't want to buy food, but I'm starving and I want to eat. That's what running ads is. Running ads is you hunting and buying your food so you can eat. Yeah. You know, and every business that I think wants to be a successful business and want to thrive, I think you should advertise your business. And I don't always mean you run an ad through Facebook Meta, but some form of advertising and promoting your company and what you believe in. Like, I love my music and I believe in it. So I'm going to promote it and advertise it so the world could find out about it and hopefully more people enjoy it like I enjoy it.
And then we see that, you know, I told you this 2 years ago where with the quantity and the output that you're putting out there, it does not dilute the quality. And that's important. I was listening to an interview that you had done maybe a month or two ago, and there's a difference between like posting consistently and like pollution. Like if you're putting out some like whatever stuff out there, then you're polluting. You're polluting the social media platform. Yeah. But like if you do it with care, in which you have scheduled posts. It's something different. You're putting out stuff you care about too.
Bro, there's times where I don't get to post as much, or I stop posting, or I lower it, and people will start hitting me because they're used to getting on the timeline and smiling and seeing something that brings them joy or makes them laugh, or like they got so accustomed to like being able to get that from me that now they're just scrolling and it's like nothing. Yeah. You know, it's nothingness. And that showed me how vital and important, you know, what I'm putting out is.
Whenever your post does come up, it doesn't feel like I'm doom scrolling. It's not doom scrolling when you're learning from it or when it's putting a smile on your face in a very wholesome fashion, you know? Yeah. And so, I mean, thank you for making a platform which can be easily toxic like social media. Thank you for like sprinkling that with something wholesome, something that people can believe in and something people can be inspired by. Right. You and I do two totally different things, and yet I could find something within your craft that tells me, okay, I gotta go out there and hunt, Christian. I mean, because it could be something as small as like a DM of someone like hitting me up saying, hey, I listened to this full episode. Thank you so much for that. I was going through a shitty time. And that is more battery power for me to just keep doing it and keep going, man. And then also with you as well as on top of just being an entrepreneur, the music still fucking slaps. Yeah, LaRussell. Yeah. When I had Mally on, we talked about this thing called flow state. When he spat in the backyard on that radio show, and you're holding on to his shirt, he was articulating in his way what that feels like. What does flow state feel like with you?
You ever seen the movie Soul?
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
That's it. Like, they really got it right.
Mm-hmm.
They really, really got it right. Like, you're out of body. I'll have moments sometimes where when I'm performing, where I'll end up rapping for just like 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It's just all coming, like I can't stop rapping, you know, it's just, or I'll end up I'll run all the way upstairs and run all the way down. Like it's just, it's out of body. Like you're operating in your godliness.
Mm-hmm. And we see it, dude. Like even with these live streams, like you ain't rapping as hard as LaRussell if you're not sweating through 3 layers of clothes, man.
Yeah.
We're seeing sweat seeping through this thick hoodie. You're not rapping if you ain't doing that.
Right.
I mean, and to see it in different ways, the fact that you love it in such a small environment like your pop's garage.
Right.
But to see the quality still there with some like outside lands, some 2 completely different platforms. How was that for you, man? Because I went and I got to the pride that I felt to see like y'all winning like on that stage and at Golden Gate Park. Man, if I felt like that, what did you feel like?
Flow state. Flow state. That was one of those where, as a little Bay Area kid, you know, I used to before I quit my job, I used to go online. It used to be like a site called like Festival Wizard. And I would go look up every festival in California, find an email to a booker, and I would reach out to every one of them. Yo, I'm this up and coming artist. I'm LaRussell. I would love to be on a platform. I don't need to be paid. I just want to open, just anything, even 5 minutes. Never landed nothing. It has never worked. So to finally get the opportunity and it come direct, I got booked by the owner. I didn't get booked through an agency or by this or, oh, this person pitched me. I spoke to the owner. You know, direct calls. Hey, this is what I do. This is what I'm about. And I negotiated my own deal, my own fee. Like, hey, I'm not going to stop doing shows. So instead of doing that, just do this for me. But I want a prime spot. I'll take less money if you can give me a great slot so I could really, you know, make it worth my while. Like I really got to talk to the owner on my own behalf and share, this is what I'm about and this is why I'm deserving of this. And I got it. And to represent home, I don't think there was any other Bay Area artists on the lineup. Maybe, I can't think of, maybe one or two, you know, like that was a big moment. And I got to represent my region in front of everybody.
Yeah. And not just in front of everybody, but like in the
With
thick
everybody.
of it too. Exactly. Because you ran up in there. You ran up in there, dude. And that's what makes it so different. You're not too cool to just stay up on stage. You are a man of the people, and to like experience that and like, you brought Ave up there.
Yeah.
For at the time, I think she was 9 years old. For a 9-year-old to be able to perform in front of
And
thousands.
it went up too. She went crazy.
Yeah, dude, she was ready. She like I just love how like ready she is to go.
Man.
And like that's a beautiful thing, dude. And you have to know what it feels like to be said no to for these moments to mean that much more, you know?
Yeah.
Because like they were saying no to you, but now like you're there like negotiating your own terms.
Man, they weren't even saying no to me. They weren't responding at all.
Oh, dude. There was no line of communication for them to even respond.
Right.
To go from being ghosted, not even ghosted, dude, for them to not even maybe open the
They don't even
message.
see me. Yeah.
To now like having that direct line to talking to.
Man, you know it's crazy. I did an interview the other day for a radio station in Miami, and a guy that got on, I think it was Anthony Centeno or something. I forgot his name, but he says in the interview, in mid-interview, and I didn't remember, but he's like, man, you messaged me in like 2017, just an up-and-coming artist, and I just recently looked.
Yeah.
He's like, to be here sitting in front of you and after reading that message is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
You know, and these were things that I was doing early. I wasn't too prideful to ask somebody to check me out. Mm-hmm. I actually got a lot of opportunities from asking people to check me out. You know, I missed it. I didn't get a lot too, but I also, some landed.
Mm-hmm. And that just goes to show that like no matter what stage you're at, if you believe in your own craft and if you think you're dope, go and What's the thing that they say? Closed mouths don't get fed, right?
Man.
You gotta
And
go.
still to this day, you know, I've sold 15,000 albums because I asked people to support me.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think I was too big for the support. I asked people daily.
Yeah. And look at what that's turned into, man. You're never too big to ask for support, especially from people that you know will fuck with you.
Yeah.
Like, even with me, like the whole way that I would get artists on before this platform has garnered any success is kind of like I had to shoot that DM, or else that DM ain't gonna shoot itself, right? And it led to beautiful things. Do you remember with these new ideas, like, how do you conceptualize them? Is it just like one moment, or is it kind of like, let's say, for instance, this campaign? How did that get conceptualized?
Man, a lot of this has came to me through walks. I usually go on a walk every morning, every other morning. Usually I try to get them in daily. And it's really a moment for me to just gather all my ideas. And me selling 100,000 albums came from that walk. Me hitting the high schools came from that walk. Me doing outside lands came from those walks. Me doing $1,000 backyard show came from that walk. So many things come from just that morning walk of me just strolling and getting my ideas out, getting that energy out, getting the dead energy from the prior day out and getting fresh energy in.
Yeah. And so are you already thinking of what the next thing is after this campaign?
Yeah.
Is that something we can talk about, or is that super secret?
There's a few things I'm mapping for this year. I want to end the year with an arena show at home. That just feels like such a rightful moment. Like, that has to be done. And then I'm planning to do Broadway style shows of like my journey. I just want to take my art. So the way we shoot like one-shot videos, I want to do that, but like live as like a play for, music that represents my journey.
Wow. And that you want to do those things both before the year ends.
Yeah.
And like, you said this 2 years ago. You said it's cool that you've gone to this stage where like, if you think it, you could do it.
Yeah.
And I just want to see how that like really plays out, because I know you can do it.
Yeah.
And you're not repeating anything that's already been done. These are new, fresh things.
Right.
Is there anything else, like in the last 2 years? What are some of the most important moments that you think you've come across, or that you've done, that have helped you get to this point?
Tiny Desk for sure. I meet a lot of people who are like, man, I found your Tiny Desk and it changed everything for me. Like, that's the reason I'm a fan. I got a lot of white fans from Tiny Desk too. A lot of new white fans from Tiny Desk. The $1,000 backyard show, I think, was one of the most innovative things that an artist has done in a long time. Like, no one took that risk. And then this 100,000 albums, this high school campaign, I think is genius marketing and just great for the community. Like, these kids deserve it. They don't get these moments. And, if I can go to as many high schools as possible and give them this moment to just be a part of this piece of history, it means everything. Like, they talk about, like, San Leandro, we went that morning and I told all the kids, I'm like, I'm going to drop this before school is out. I'm going to get home, we're going to edit it, and before school is out, I'm going to drop this. And I did. And the teacher texted me. I was like, man, the kids are going, wow, they're so excited to watch. Like, they got to participate and then see themselves on the big screen on you for the world to see. Like, that's a special moment for a child.
When you were that age, were you, were there any like dreams that you had like similar to theirs, like that only someone like of your stature could have like fulfilled at that time? Do you know? Because that's so inaccessible. That was so inaccessible, at least to my high school.
Yeah, I didn't even think it. I didn't think it would ever happen. Like, nothing like that, Not how they do. Like, they know that it's a possibility. Now we have schools that, like, they DM. I get DMs every day, like, you need to come to this school, please. We love you. We want. I didn't even think to do that to an artist because I didn't think it would happen,
But yeah, you're able to do that. And like, you're bringing the kids in the school together, where like prior to that, just at least like at my high school, like I know that there was like, you know, division in there, but that is a moment in
This
time.
is the first time someone probably didn't go to school and was like, I wish I went to school that day.
You are so right. Yeah. Homeboy playing hooky on that
Right.
random
He's
Wednesday
like,
is just
"No."
like, damn. Now here I am at a 7-Eleven drinking a big gulp full of Four Loko, and I could have been in a
I
LaRussell
could
video.
have been at school.
Yeah.
Yes, for the first time in history.
Yeah, dude, that would suck to be that person on BART halfway to Oakland because they're playing hooky and they just missed out. Yeah, dude, you made school cool again. That's one thing. And there's no negative aspect to that.
None.
None, man.
None.
And you're flipping the script of like, you know, hip hop does get this negative connotation. It's always gotten this negative connotation where if you are that random white picket fence neighbor that hears hip hop a little too loud, then you're going to associate that with bad things.
Yep.
But you flip the script and now you are associating it with community and something wholesome.
And I've changed it for a lot of people. I have a lot of fans who are 50, 60, 40, 70, 80, who's like, I stopped listening to hip hop. You brought me back.
Yeah.
I only listen to you. People who say, I don't let my kids listen to rap. You're the only one. People who are like, I don't listen to this shit at all, but I like you. You know, like it's really been a journey of revitalizing hip hop and rebringing it to the world in a way that people accept it because they can see the human in it. It's not just me rapping and saying words and flexing on people. They see my humanity in it.
Yeah. I think that's what's really important about artists nowadays, right? You have to be able to see the human in them, you know? Because otherwise, then you are just this person that, I mean, like, that you're idolizing, that you're worshiping. Like, that doesn't make any sense. But the fact that a kid could watch you on Instagram and want to be like, I want to be like him one day and it's attainable, you know? That's so dope, dude.
Man, and you need it. I was just telling one of the little homies, he's been going through like his life phases. And he was texting me like, man, you know, I want to do music and I want to change my life around. And I was having a deep conversation with him about like what he consumes and who he's around. And I was telling him, you know, don't take your favorite rappers too serious because they're drug addicts. And, you know, he started laughing, but it was like, no, like if you're walking down the street and a drug addict says certain stuff to you, you'd be like, you're on drugs.
Yeah.
But when it's your favorite rapper, they're taking this to heart and serious. And it's like, no, your favorite rapper is that drug addict. like it's no difference, you know. But that's like the side of hip hop that hip hop has become and reached too, and it's we have to combat that.
Yeah. How do you think artists nowadays can combat that? What is something that they could do?
It's really tough. It's really tough because you gotta be like, it really gotta be in you. Like the only way to combat, you have to make the other thing cooler, you know, or more worthwhile. It's like when you're a kid and you grow up and you finally find weed and you love getting high. Like it's hard for you to get off weed unless you find something that's like, man, this gives me the same high. This feels better, you know, or you really want to. So it's really tough. Like I think artists really just have to like, we have to show up in a way more than just flexing on people. Like we have to give people something. That's how hip hop started. It was substance. Like I gave you something to help you go along with your life. But now you don't get that from hip hop. I could turn on 10 rap songs and we could leave worse than we started before we turned them on. And it used to be substance. If I turned on this Lauryn Hill album, you're going to leave with something more than you came with, you know? So now I'm helping you with your life.
Yeah.
Russ, how long are you removed from weed?
Well, I smoked on New Year's Eve, but prior to that, I ain't smoked weed in like October, November, December, January. 4 months.
Was that a big change for you to have to do?
Huge change. Still, like some days I want to slap a nigga hard. Like I've my capacity. I realized when I was high all the time, I allowed people to get away with everything.
I see.
You could do almost anything, and I'm just like, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You could waste my time, you could waste my money, you could waste my energy, and I'll just let it go because it's like, I'm high, I'm enjoying my time, it's whatever. And since I've stopped, my capacity is like this big for things that aren't conducive to me.
Yeah.
And it sucks because sometimes I have a hard time just being around people that I love or people that matter to me because they're not on much. You know, it's like I can't sit here and really do this with you. Like it's a really conflicting space as you start growing as a human and you're no longer into what you used to be into.
Mm-hmm. Was there a catalytic moment where you had to make that decision for yourself to go sober?
There was a few. I quit like all of 2025. I was trying to quit like throughout. One of the big moments, I had my daughter and I dropped her off at her mom's house, and I was high and I just felt bad. Like I just felt like a child again. Like I remember me and my daughter's mom used to smoke weed a lot together, and then she stopped smoking because one time my daughter had like a moment she couldn't really breathe and had to go to the hospital, and we were high. You know, and it was like, bruh, nigga, she need to take her to the hospital. And that's just a weird situation to be in where it's like, damn, we were smoking weed and chilling and she was with her grandma, you know, like all the extra. So she stopped early, you know, and I was just smoking weed after that. And then when I had that moment where I like dropped her off at home and I'm like, damn, I'm high. And I don't even like the feeling of like, I'm here high. Like I don't want no one to be high with my child, so I shouldn't be high with my child either. Yeah. You know, and that was a big catalytic moment. And then after that, the last time when I was like, bro, I'm done smoking, we were on tour in Arizona with Chance, and I was just walking with the homie Hirsch, and we was on the stroll, and I'm like, bro, I want more out of my life. Like I'm operating at 30%. High. I'm accomplishing a lot, but I'm not nearly where I could be. I know where I could be, and I'm not there because I'm always high. Yeah. Like I'm not fully focused on what I could be doing. And after that, it's just been like.
Are there some specific examples of how sobriety has made you like function at 100%, or like you were able to get this done, not necessarily because you had sobered up, but it helped out with it?
Man, I'm just able to lock in a different capacity. Like when I'm high, I'm gonna do a little work. I'm gonna smoke a little weed. I'm gonna waste some time. Yeah. I'm consistently pulled by anything, you know. Like anything could pull me when I'm high. Like I'll be here and then I'm here with it. Then I'm here with it. Then I'm here with it. You know. And beyond that, just running from life. Oof. Like when I'm high, I avoid life through drugs. You know, when life getting too rough or something I don't want to deal with or a conversation I don't want to have or a person that's just bothering me, I just get high and I could write it off. I could live another day. Yeah. Now I can't live another day with it on me. Like I got to address it. I got to go deal with it. I got to confront it head on because sober me I can't navigate like that. It's just, it'd be too much on me.
Yeah. I respect that, dude. I mean, like, it's easy to have any vice and use it as a form of escapism, right? And I think a big part of growing up, no matter what you do in life, because I've garnered any level of success because I had to have hard conversations. And I respect that that's, you know, it's not an easy lifestyle change. I have like homies like where it's like it is the toughest thing for them to like go sober. And then like, you know, because I mean, you'll see a skunk from across the street and you'll be like, damn, I need a blunt right now.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
I feel lucky because like I never like smoked hella weed. I'd always just get like super paranoid. And like, so I recognize that within myself. Mm-hmm. I mean, like the only time I'm not paranoid is if it's just me home alone in a bowl of cereal. But otherwise, like, yeah, no, I got real lucky with that. And like you have a whole, your project Sobriety with that. That was just last year, right? Mm-hmm. Man, dude. And there you go. Yeah,
and it's crazy because I wrote the first half of that album when I first got sober. And then I start smoking again. So I never finished the album. And I was like, for real, I was like, well, this is contradictive to be called Sobriety. And then when I got sober again, I wrote the remaining half. And then I started smoking again. You know what another catalyst was?
What?
We did a backyard pop-up. And the guy asked me, he was like, man, you quit smoking. How'd you do it? And I just had to sit there in shame and tell him like, oh yeah, I'm smoking again. In front of everybody, you know? And it was like, well, don't listen to your favorite rappers because they're drug addicts. You know, and that really stuck with me.
Yeah.
That was really another big moment that just was like, I can't do that. I can't do that again.
The last time I got high, and I swear, every single time we have these podcasts, I'm going to have one of those moments just like, Christian, should you say this? But we're already here. Can I be transparent with you?
Come on.
The last time I got high was Outside Lands 2024. My brother gave me half an edible, and I hadn't smoked in a long time. I ain't got no THC in my body for a long
Them
time.
edibles will do it.
Yeah, dude, because you can't time it correctly. So I'm just like, I could do this. I'm a big boy. I can handle this edible. I remember watching Shaq, a.k.a. DJ Diesel. His set ended, and I had an out-of-body experience. I was freaking out because I went with Melissa, my fiance, who you just met, and I thought I was going to lose her. She's a 4'11" Asian girl. Do you realize how many 4'11" Asian girls are at Outside Lands?
That's literally the demo.
Yeah, dude. There's nothing I could be like, have you seen an Asian girl with lashes? No, that's everyone there, you know? Have you seen an Asian girl with lashes holding boba? No, that's everyone there, dude. So I'm freaking out. The only person I can recognize is Shaq, because Shaq is Shaq. I think I'm losing Melissa. I find her finally. We go trek halfway across Golden Gate Park. Something happens to this point where I got extra paranoia because guess what? Homeboy has to take a shit. I had to go poop. Ain't nobody want to have to go poop in one of them urinals at Outside Lands.
Not there. Not high.
Not high. I had to do that. By the time Kendra came on, I was like, I gotta leave. I gotta go into this pitch black urinal. My main concern is like, Christian, don't miss. It's pitch black in this urinal. I'm squatting. I don't want to miss the whole ass toilet and it lands in my pants. All I hear is Melissa outside of this pitch black urinal saying, "Are you okay, baby?" And I'm like, just don't talk to me. And yeah, dude, this entire time I told almost no one that I was high, so they just saw me kind of like quiet for that long. And that's one of the last times I had an edible, dude.
Yeah, I learned that when I was in high school. I took an edible, and we was eating the edible all through class, like first period, second period. Mm-hmm. By fourth period, when the edible like hit me, when I realized like, oh my God, I'm high, I was on the basketball court holding the ball, and everyone was like, pass the ball, pass the ball. I literally dropped the ball and walked home. Like I was that out, and bro, I went home. It literally felt like I floated home the entire way. When I went home, I went straight to sleep, and I woke up and I still had, that high, like you can feel. I was like, I'm never doing this again. That was it.
The high hangover. And you were rationing that thing too.
I was rationing.
Wow.
It was irrational.
Dude, I can only imagine. You had one job. All you had to do was pass the ball. And you put it on the floor and you walked home?
I didn't even know I was on the court. Uh-huh. Like when it was like,
oh, dang.
Yeah, it was one of those.
I don't know if you've ever been like this high before, but when I was in high school and we would like hot box with a blunt in the car, I'd be in the back seat, and I'd be like, after like 30 minutes of freestyling, I'd be like, damn, that was dope. But then you can't feel your legs and you're just like, honestly, I might have pissed myself. You ever because you can't feel your legs so much, you're just like, I might have pissed myself. But, if I keep my cool, ain't nobody gonna know that I pissed myself. Obviously, I didn't. I just couldn't feel my legs type thing.
Bro.
But, dude, I mean, I guess that's another reason why people should not smoke weed.
Yep. Say no to drugs.
Say no to drugs, kids, man. You've done a lot. My question for you is like, how do you stay excited while doing exciting things over and over and over again?
I don't really have to, if it's exciting, like it's like having sex with someone you like, you don't have to convince yourself that it feels good. It just happens. If it's not exciting, then I'm not excited. It's as simple as that. I love what I do. So anytime I'm operating in that space, I get there really easily.
And it's cool because it seems like there are still new challenges that arise even at this level. Because, for instance, I was listening to an interview with you and you were talking about like the T-Pain tour, and it's almost like you had to win those new fans because they were there for T-Pain, and not every T-Pain fan is a hip hop fan.
Yep.
And so like almost like in the middle of it, you had to like switch up your set because like, oh, they want to hear me sing, and then I could do that. And so like did that unlock something within you to like go perform somewhere beyond the Bay Area where people already fuck with you, and to like have to like learn how to deal with the new audience?
Yeah, that T-Pain tour really helped me hone my skill and sharpen my sword. Like I learned how to be more than just a rapper. And I've always been more than just a rapper, but when you perform, you go to what you know best in your strong suit. Yeah. Not adjusting to the audience. And it really taught me to like adjust to the audience. It's funny because when we play pickleball, I'll tell them like, you can't just play. Depending on who you play, you got to change how you play. And that's what the T-Pain tour taught me. Like, depending on who's in front of you and who's out here, you have to adjust how you play. And if you're a great player, you could do that. If you're not, you out of luck.
It is a great skill set, regardless of what you do, is to acclimate quickly, too.
Yep.
Because, like, it was a completely different beast than a backyard show.
Yeah. It's easy to score when everyone's rooting for you.
Ooh,
it's hard to score when people aren't not rooting for you, but they're not rooting for you. You know? They're just like, show us what you got.
You were at an away game.
Yeah.
With all of those. And so, but now you know exactly what to do. And like even beyond that, like, something I do want to talk about is Lil Jon. Like this whole thing. Like, how does that feel for you that this is someone that we used to slap over and over again?
For him to decide I'm worthy of him like coming back and using his energy and making an entire album, and we haven't heard a Lil Jon album in forever, that's a high honor.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't have to do this. Like he's a legend. His legacy is cemented. So for him to even take the time to be like, I want to do this with you, means a lot.
And to do it like a full project. It's not even just one song, dude. That's like
full
that is
project,
different, dude.
And I got to put him in the room with my homies. Like Malachi is 19 and worked with Lil Jon.
That's crazy.
At 19, I worked at FedEx. Like that's insane.
Yeah. And it's quality. Listening to the album before it's out, Wiggling is something else.
Yeah.
Man. And like the sound in it, and it's dude, it's beyond just the music, man.
Yeah.
Cultural impact. Yeah.
And like it's a lot of love that went into it. Like we were in the studio. That's why the doc is so great. Like you gotta watch the doc because it just shows how much care and just love that we put into creating it.
Yeah, dude. I think to tell the people out there, if you haven't bought the pre-sale yet, as we're recording this, the doc comes out today.
Yep.
Today.
Yep.
And so I'm going to receive an email in a little bit.
Yep.
And I'm going to be able to see that.
Yeah.
But that's something that you don't see often, is like the documentation of art and how it's made.
Especially at a Lil Jon level.
Oof.
People haven't seen. I've never seen Lil Jon make a beat prior to us documenting it and putting it online.
And you got to see that right in front of you.
I got to live it.
You got to live it, dude. Lil Jon, yeah, that makes me think of them like middle school, high school dances, and like thankfully to him, I got to like dance with some females because of Lil Jon.
And to add to the legacy, like Lil Jon made the biggest songs to come out of the Bay Area.
Yes.
And to now have another to add to that pot, Like I'm from the Bay, maybe end up one of the biggest songs to come out of the Bay Area.
Yeah, because it's the inclusivity of it, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's marketing genius, but on top of that, it is something bringing together the community.
Yeah.
Rather than people fighting in the comments.
It's a great cause. It's a great cause.
Yeah, dude. I mean, when I used to talk to my dad, like growing up, and ask him like what the meaning of life was. And he said like, just try your best and leave an impact and make the world better before you leave it. And at such a young age, LaRussell, like you have made that impact far before you are even leaving it.
Crazy.
And, you know, I hope whoever's listening to this, I hope that they could be inspired to know that even if you are just one tiny human that is a speck in this galaxy, is that we have the ability to not only change the course of your day, of your life, but you could change the course of the people around you and their life to be better. And that shit is contagious.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this, man. Like I've been able to like accomplish a lot, and like
10 by 10.
10 by 10, dude. Honestly, like where Mally's sitting right now, there was a closet there. I removed that shit yesterday because I knew that you're probably going to pull up with 2 or 3 people, and I wanted them to be comfortable. That's off camera, but that's love. And now Mally doesn't have to watch where his feet is so he doesn't kick the camera stand.
Yeah.
But that is an aspect of like, if you don't fucking love it, then you ain't gonna fucking do it. I love this shit.
Oh, God. It will never get done if you don't love it.
Yeah,
Man.
dude. Sometimes it's the ugly shit that you gotta deal with to be able to live the other shit that you only see on screen.
Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, shout out to you. Shout out to what you're doing for the community. We didn't even talk about the Vallejo waterfront show that you brought 40 to.
Docker Bay, man. So much happened.
Dude, that's like a...
Then I had the residency at Empress. I brought Twister here. I brought Rex Life Rides here. I brought Life Jennings to the Bay. I brought Webby to the Bay. Juvenile at Great America.
Yup. Juvenile, man.
I really put so much into the pot that hasn't been put into the pot before to provide for my community, to give my community experiences. I brought 40 home for the first time in decades. Like, I didn't grow up seeing E40 and Vallejo, but I gave that to every generation prior to me and after me within the next realm. I gave them all that experience so they don't have to say the same thing.
Yeah. Yes. And it's something that I still hear people talk about today, and they're going to keep talking about that because who else was thinking of throwing a show like that there? For home by people from that home, you know?
Yeah.
And
Baby Bash.
That's
dude.
Dude.
Real Vallejo, man.
Dude, that's some real Vallejo shit, man. Dude, and on top of that, like, it's cool to see because at the fruition of what Good Company was, it was this thing where you would hang neon lights in the back, have a mic hanging down, and like you could apply to be on it. Yeah. And the last time you were here, you were saying like it was cool that it was this platform where like, oh, we gotta get on it, right? It's one of those things. And you're still doing that to an even higher level.
Man, you know, we were just talking about that the other day. I remember there was a period, like T was like, man, we gotta do live sessions again. And I was like, man, my heart not in it. Like I don't know. I'm not feeling that no more. Like I went from, bro, I've been doing live sessions. I started in a shop. I did the wall. Then I ended up getting a whole studio and I did a whole bunch of different styles. And I did the play wall. I've done hundreds for other artists, hundreds. And I was like, man, that's not where my heart is no more. And I kind of felt bad because I'm like, man, you know, I always want to be able to put other people on, but now I'm doing it in different ways. I'm bringing people to my garage. I'm bringing people to my backyard, showing us create things. Like I've still, till this day, my platform has been about community and showing the world other people beyond myself.
Yeah, dude. And it's for those that don't get the opportunity. If you're a dope artist with a low following, it's for them too. Like they are still given that opportunity to do something with the Yee section and Splash at the compound.
Right.
But you could also get someone like Bun B.
Montel Jordan,
dude.
Come on.
That's why it's inclusive. It's inclusive. Like you ain't gotta have a level of clout, but like if you're dope, you're dope. And if you've like shared a chapter in our like musical history in that life, Dude, it's
and
cool.
we did the KQED showcase in the hood, and several artists went viral and had moments from it.
Yeah, dude.
It's been a year.
Dude,
2026 gonna be even stupider.
yeah. Oh, I know, man. Like the it's on the up and up, and it's dope to be adjacent to the journey, man. Like this is so cool.
Come on.
And like to see it just like in someone like in your literal backyard, but like for people residents of Vallejo in their backyard, like it is cool that we are all a part of this journey.
Yes. Right?
Like you ain't got to be in front of the camera to be someone that like was a part of history.
And you know, that's really dope because that's the first time for it. Like for an artist to blow from here and we all feel like, no, I'm a part of that. I'm connected to that. That's for here. No, he's us.
Yeah.
Like it feels like a us win. You know, when I go to Provisions and eat, or I go to the movies, or I go to Target, like people are like, you're ours, you know, like they feel that strongly and deeply, and we haven't had that in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we don't have a team. We don't have a football team, a basketball team, baseball team. We have LaRussell.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Because if there's any team that you want to rep from the Bay, yeah, the Niners is in the city, the A's is in Oakland, but Vallejo does have LaRussell. And like it's something that people are supporting. Not just with buying a pre-sale album, but something that they could literally rep on their chest by buying a jersey, by buying a basketball.
Yeah.
Do a hat. Bro,
The hats have been a hit.
the merch, it's beyond merch. It's apparel, you know?
Yeah.
It's some. I bought Miss Lady right there. She got one of them. It's a family business hoodies. I got her one of those, and like the pink beanie that Saweetie was rocking on her live session.
I love it.
Man, I love seeing her walk out with that. She's all dripped out in some GC shit. I'm like, yup, really representing, dude.
Come on.
So in all aspects, dude, it's kind of like really, it's not that we are supporting you from afar. I feel like it's like we're all in the same boat.
Yeah.
Doing and you're leading the boat, but like whether like we're rowing the boat or like I'm opening up the sail, like we are all on the same team.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Bro, I'm lending myself. Like I want to see everybody win. That's why I show up for as much as I can and show face here and tell people about this here. Like, man, the owner of Provisions, like I got her going on the news. Like I did so much for Momo's from every man. I'm just lending myself to my community. You know, I know that this won't last forever. So while it's here, I'm making sure the world know what Vallejo is.
Yeah, dude. It's its trajectory culturally and the way it's been put on the map has been different ever since you've been commandeering the ship. So thank you for that. Thank you for making me feel proud to be a pedestrian.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. Thank you for all of that. And like I can tell that you want to see the rest of us win, because even when the cameras are off and I was telling you about like my small wins that are like could be big in other people's books, like that smile on your face, man. Dude, like I'm saying, like I'm feeling this dopamine in my legs, or it's probably in my gout, dude. I got gout, by the way, in the last 2 years, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
What's that from?
I think it's the amount of red meat that I be eating and the lack of water that I be drinking. Yeah.
But what is gout?
Gout is a buildup of uric acid in your joints. And so like it like crystallizes in your joints, and that's the pain, because it's like pushing up against your nerves.
How do you get it out?
There's medication that you could get, or you could just salve it out, which I've done.
Nice.
I've literally crawled down the stairs
Wow.
to get me a glass of water.
Are you still eating red meat?
I mean,
Yeah. And still not drinking a lot of water?
I'm trying real hard, dude.
Okay.
I'm trying real hard. But, you know, Miss Lady wants to go to Korean barbecue every other day. And so I'm just like, you know, happy wife, happy gout,
Happy
bro.
gout. When in doubt, gout it out.
When in doubt, gout it out, dude. Screaming Gout is going to be my first album when I drop. Yes, you make me want to gout.
Come on now.
Oh, dude, man, your voice is something else, bro. And shout out to the vocals, bro. I remember when you came out with
Velour.
Yeah, with Velour. But even before that, you had a singing thing with Shantae before Caught Up in My Head. What was it called?
We've done a few too.
You talk about like the red cups and dude, do you know what I'm talking about?
I won't leave.
I won't leave.
Yeah.
When you came out with
I love
that.
that song. Yeah. That's a great record.
I won't leave. It's so good, dude, and it's so sentimental.
You know, that song's a hit too. Like when it finally gets to the world and we get to push it and market it properly, it's gonna go. Like that song's a hit. That's a great fucking record.
Yeah, dude, because it showcases your vocals and it has that like nostalgia that we could all connect to, bro.
Yeah.
Like that was beautiful.
I gotta make a whole album of those.
Yeah, man. I mean, you're gonna get like cause I'm a simp at heart, bro. So like when you have those vocals with like a nostalgic kind of like backdrop, I'm for it, dude.
Yeah.
And I remember texting you about that. You're just like, thank you, man. But yeah, Velour was something so different that we had heard. You know, we hadn't heard a different album like that since you had done what's the album where it's like a gummy bear? You had done something
Champagne Gummies.
Yeah, dude, because you had some vocals on that too.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
Mm-hmm. I think people that are discovering you now, they gotta go back in the discography.
Man, you know that's the crazy. There's some people that just think I'm like a hyphy rapper, and it's crazy. Like I understand though. It's like people only can go off what's popular, but it just like. You gotta dig into that catalog. Like it's so expansive. I feel like me and Drake, you know, are two of the few artists you can go into a catalog and hear literally sounds of everything, country, pop, rock, all of that. So this year is really the year too where I'm just gonna make sure like the world hears the music and the ability.
Yeah, dude. And like I love that you are going outside the box and not sticking to one genre, whether it is country, whether it is pop, whether it's something you could do the Carlton dance to on NPR, Tiny Desk type thing, dude. Even Mally over here, you know, like singing some country.
He's a dog too.
I know. Look at that guy.
I'd be so mad because I smoked my voice away. He's got his, so he gotta use it while he have it, man. I smoked mine away.
Hey, but it gives that vocal fry. That's that texture, bro.
Yeah.
That's that texture, bro. Like
it's
sometimes
texture
I like
until
that.
you can't sing what you want to sing.
This is true. I got asthma, so like that on top of like any of the past blunts that I smoked, that's messed up my voice. LaRussell, I appreciate your time, brother.
Gratitude, man.
You know how these episodes end. We don't have to do it like we did last time, but we ended with an improv scene, which was super funny. I still got some Filipinos coming up to me saying that the LaRussell episode where he said peck peck. You know, there was a DJ that sampled our conversation from that episode.
That's funny.
It was me telling you about how the Krusty Krab pizza thing.
Yeah.
When I was first fucking.
I got some first
when
fucking
I was
tales.
First fucking. And I was not trying to bust early. We all come up with tips and tricks, right? Everyone goes.
Okay, come on.
The thing that would save me and let me go for 10 minutes longer, sometimes 15. In the back of my mind, I would be singing to myself.
Shut the fuck up.
The Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza for you and me. When I fornicate, that's how I hold on to my ammo.
Right.
And Mally's super confused. Anyway, there's a DJ that sampled that. But for those who's listened to this for the first time, I like to end my episodes with a comedy improv scene because I have a background in improv. It could be about anything and everything having to do with our conversation today, or it could be based off of nothing at all, or we could get a suggestion from Mally and we could just go off of that.
Let's go, Mally.
About anything?
About anything.
You're a white girl, and he just called you a slur.
What? Dang, that's the whole thing. All right, without further ado, it can't be that bad. Honestly, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. It's just like, you know, my people have done horrible things. You could say whatever you want to me.
Excuse me, nigger?
And scene, dude. I can't progress that. What the fuck? Yo!
End scene is crazy.
What am I supposed to say to that, LaRussell? Bro, I'm not. That's crazy. Honestly, we don't have to do any further than that. That was incredible improv. That was incredible, man.
Now you got to move like I'm fine with it after what I said.
Dude. I guess I'm fine with it. We'll edit that. I'm fine with it.
It's been another incredible episode of It Can't Be That Bad.
Thank you, everyone.
Live from Vallejo, California, a 10 by 10 room. There's so many big things you could do in small places. Get to it.
Beautiful. Till next time. You guys know where to find me. You guys know where to find the podcast because you're already here. Peace, love, and bye.
Can't be that bad, oh.